Your son
How old
should
is
be
your
the main
son?
priority right now to me.
How
How
old
yeah.
is he?
14.
You said
14.
Oh
what?
yeah. Is he in any activity?
14?
14. Is
Oh
he
yeah,
in
you need a
any
coach or
activities?
something around. Yeah.
Is he any is he in any activities?
Not currently, but I try to get him, to go, play He likes basketball, and he's not into football, but basketball. He stays on his VR. He has friends on VR and stuff like that. He doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't do any of that. And he has yet to tell me about a female friend. We're not going the other direction. I already know that's not, But that's why I want a male figure that's consistent. Because my ex-husband, he just pops in and out and just take care of him, financially, give him, expensive, items, and then think he's just gonna make up for that. That's his way of saying, okay, well, I didn't really leave your life. Your mom left me, which I did, for some other stuff, that happened back in 2015. But anyway, as far as I let him still stay in his life, because I didn't want to cut that off. But he's just in and out, just, tossing him money and coming to get him for a haircut, stuff like that. But he's not
So
here for the hard stuff.
But wait,
so
No,
that's
where's
not
the
his. That's not
where's
his
the biological
biological
father
father,
at?
right? That's not his biological father, right?
no, no,
That
Where's is
is
his
he?
no.
Where is
biological
he?
father? Is he still around?
You said what now?
Is he still around, the biological father?
Oh no, he's in another state. He knows he has a child though. He hasn't pursued it as of yet. And I didn't pursue it. But, of course, as he's getting older, I told him the whole situation. My ex-husband knows all about the whole situation since day one. And that's why I said I thought he was a good man and we went ahead and married him because I thought if he knew the child wasn't his, at the time he was cheating too. That's why he accepted it so quickly. So I guess that was his wake-up call too and said, hey, we need to both straighten up here. So anyway,
So
he chose to go forward with me as I did with him.
let me ask you this: what type of
All right?
relationship do you have with the barber? Your son's barber. Does he have a good relationship with his
No,
barber?
no, he doesn't call. He hasn't contacted me. I
No, no,
tried
no,
to reach
no,
out
no,
to
no,
him.
no.
He was
The
free.
barber. The
He
barber.
talking about. He
The
talking
one
about
that cuts his hair.
Sweeney. He's talking about
The
Sweeney.
man that
No,
cut his
I ain't
hair.
talking about him. No, what I'm
Barber.
saying is sometimes when you go in the barber shop, sometimes Sweeney knows this.
Yeah,
They're
true.
counselors. They have conversation with you. They talk to you, and they may ask him questions, and he may
Mhm.
feel comfortable enough maybe to ask the barber that cuts his hair some questions, and maybe y'all could maybe inquire about talking to him. Maybe have him work at the barber shop, sweeping up and cleaning up around the barber shop, and while he's in there, he's going to be amongst men. I know that was one of the benefits for me. My uncle was a barber, and my uncle allowed me to come in this barber shop and sweep up. But in the midst of doing that, I
Okay.
had other men pouring into me along with my uncle. So maybe if I don't know what the relationship you have with his barber, maybe that could be a possibility.
I got some
Man,
questions. I
Yeah.
got some
I
questions.
mean, yeah,
the
I
situation sounds
consider,
crazy.
all of that.
I got questions. I got questions. All right.
Yeah.
So you said that you said you all right in the looks scale. You got a man that come by and the guy that come by and take out your trash, like you roll your trash to the end of the driveway and he come by, pick it up, throw it on the back of the truck. You got one of those?
No.
Ain't nobody come
No.
pick up your trash? You ain't got no trash man?
I mean, the actual trash city
Yeah, the
person.
actual trash man.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hard working man, ain't he?
Yeah.
Go out there, give him a plate.
Okay.
Yeah,
She,
Go out
Sweeney,
there,
she
get
be,
yeah.
she
So
be better
bar,
off trying to hit. She
so
be better off
barber
trying to hit on the
shop.
barber. That man might be in a
so
rush. We got routes to run, Sweetie. God damn.
Listen,
This what I want to ask you though.
Okay.
Are
I
there
got.
any type of men? Are there
Yeah.
any type of men that give you attention right now, Annie, at all?
They do, but they're obviously I'm not going that route. And
that's
they
all
want to
right.
come back to the house, but they want me to. Yeah.
So
So
Oh,
are you
say
saying that
oh,
they don't
just
take you
trying to smash,
seriously?
basically. I mean, just trying to fight.
yeah, they're not
So they're
taking
not
you
taking you
seriously.
serious.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they're not.
Go ahead, Trey. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Trey.
yeah, that's bad. So
that's
what
why I
type of man are
said
And
you
it's
looking
and
for?
it's
That's the
and
whole
it's really
thing. You what are your requirements? What is
like
it that you're looking for?
when these I think they obviously, 3 of them have said that they have had their eyes on me. And of course, I ain't gonna lie, I did give one a chance. But he was like a crocodile or alligator, if you ask me. And I just won't gonna go that route no more. And this is after I had divorced my ex-husband. But
Can you define
because he didn't
what's
want
a?
me married.
Can you define a crocodile?
Oh, hell.
Oh yeah. Okay, so a crocodile, when you're dating or when you begin to date as a female or a male, a crocodile is a man or woman who comes by, and as soon as you're ready to stick your toe in the water, I guess get out here in the dating pool, an alligator comes out instead of a boat for to help you across, the water. That's what I call them. I call them alligators and crocodiles. And
All right,
so, all right.
Yeah, Trev, ask that question.
Can I ask a question?
You had 3. So you had 3 opportunities. Go ahead, bro. Cloud, you got it.
My bad. I don't mean to. But all right, you were married and you said you divorced your ex-husband. So why did you divorce your ex-husband? Why are you not with him? If he still comes around and he's helping you raise a son that's not his son, whether it be just financially or whatever, then it seems like he's clearly a committed guy on some level. So why aren't you still with him?
Because he had another child in the midst of us working it out. Because honestly, the church got involved, and I
You have another child.
I have to take accountability for that. My pastor was saying he wasn't, right, and come to find out, honestly, what she was telling me, God was already telling me. And instead of working it out with him, I chose to put my business in the church, and I will never do that again. Lesson learned. But he blames the pastor for, not the bishop, but the pastor for, having us separate. And then in the midst of the separation, I honestly thought God was going to bring us back together. I was going to church, and the whole time he was seeing other women dating. I wasn't dating anybody. He knows that. My child knows that. And the church knows that. But I was waiting for him to come back to the marriage, and he never did. And he ended up making a child out of, by another female.
Wait, so y'all was already broken up?
So considering that you're able to say that, okay, that where the problem went wrong is that you confided in the church with y'all business instead of fixing it with him. Is it not possible for then you to let him know that, humble yourself and be like, hey, look, I was wrong. Can we work it out? Or are you waiting for him to try to work it out with you?
Well, he knows the church. That's why he blamed it, on my pastor.
Right,
but
right. What I mean is, you've already come to the conclusion that, we already agree. You came to the conclusion that you shouldn't have went to the pastor. So, okay, you've accepted that. You understand that, right? So, what I'm saying is, since then, have you gone to your ex-husband and said, "Hey, I messed up by going to the pastor. Can we work it out?" Or are you expecting him? Oh, you're saying he's remarried? No, he didn't remarry. He had a child.
No, he had a child. He didn't marry her, but he has a fiance now.
Oh, okay. So then that ship doesn't. So my question is, what
you missed the window?
What stops you from saying, "Hey, I made a mistake. Let's get back together"?
I'm trying to work it out with him.
When you say trying to work it out, what do you mean?
You mean
what does trying to work it out look like?
Okay, every time I let him, because he has a son that's 18 now, and they're real close. They're closer than glue. So of course, I didn't want to break their relationship with the boys. So when he went with him, he would have other women, and then he would come back and tell me, and then he would tell him stop telling what was going on with him, and I was just like, that's understandable. But I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling some type of way. I was like, okay, we working it out. You still in my bed, then going back and that was too much.
Okay,
so I had to cut it off at some point. Okay. I didn't cut it off until last year.
So when you say y'all was working out, what you basically mean is y'all was still sleeping together.
Yeah, that's not working it out.
Yeah.
That's working it out, but not working.
Yeah, it is working it out.
That's a workout, but it wasn't working it out.
That's the Kanye workout.